Hi guys, welcome back to Elite Dangerous. So, that's a bit of a pretty sight. That is a nebula. I completely forget what it's called, but our next jump will take us inside it. Figured it'd be a nice little stopping point on the way to Sagittarius A. So yeah, when we make the next jump we'll be inside that thing. And it should be a crazy mix of purple and red and black gas. Should be fun. But before we do that, I'll just show you where we are. So that's our next jump, and we are on our way to Sagittarius A. So we're about 2/3 of the way there so far. We've taken a less beaten path, so we've sort of veered off. We started here. Direct route would be along here, but we've taken slight left just to make sure that we're not on the same path that everybody travels to get to Sagittarius A, because that would mean we'd make less discoveries. So yeah, we're going to jump into here, we're going to have a look around, and then we will carry on our journey towards Sagittarius A. Let's see what it's like.
Frameshift drive charging.
So when we land in here, it's probably going to look like any other system until we get away from the star, because the star will have the light pollution that prevents you from seeing the gas. "27 objects in this. Some pretty interesting ones by the look. Someone's been here already, that's blatantly a water world. Some gas giants of varying sizes. I think we'll take a look at that water world. Scan down the star first. Yep. And then let's go have a look at this water world. This one here. So it should be really pretty in here when we get away from the main star. Oh, there's another one there. Let's just quickly scan that whilst it's in our view, because we are now inside the middle of a nebula, so it should be absolutely gorgeous once we get away from the light of these stars. Just retarget that water world. There we go. Seems to be actually a moon. So you can start to see the colours coming out now. Crazy. Yep, definitely a water world. Let's get a little bit closer, see what it looks like. There's a molten lava planet over there as well. That's a bit crazy, like a water world right next to a super hot molten planet. Here it is. We're really close to each other as well, actually. Got some polar ice caps on it. Let's see if there's any land. Sometimes there's and sometimes there isn't on these water worlds. Some clouds. But it looks like there's no land that I can see. Slow right down and get the external camera. Where is it? There it is. Massive. So yeah, you can see we're smack in the middle of this nebula now because there's the crazy coloured gas all around us, which is kind of pretty. I'll show you where we are. So on our way to Sagittarius A. But this is the nebula that we're currently smack bang in the middle of. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll jump to one other system in here. See if we can get a bit further in to the middle. There are a lot of stars in this nebula. Let's go for this guy. Whilst we're here, we might as well scan this crazy looking lava world. High metal content. Let's have a look. So bizarrely, it's got a water atmosphere, even though it seems to be quite clearly on fire. 2.6 Gs, so twice as heavy gravity as on Earth. 7 times the size of Earth as well. Well, 7 times the mass. Nuts. 99.5% water in the atmosphere. It just must be vapor. And then that water world we just looked at is 0.1 the mass of Earth and half a G. Carbon dioxide rich atmosphere. 83.6% oxygen. It's also a candidate for terraforming. Don't know how you do that. You need to create some land. But yeah. Cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's get out of here. Jump a little bit further in. See what we find. See what's here then. Great big gas giant, but other than that, looks kind of boring. Icy worlds, beige planets, nothing really too interesting. That's a shame. Some nutty colouring going on. That's just crazy. And then you've just got this big black bit that runs down the middle of this nebula. Don't know if that's like black gas or just no gas. But yeah, kind of cool. Right, I think it's time we continue with our journey. We may even be able to plot a direct route to Sagittarius A from here, so let's have a look. Going to be kind of hard to find because the core is just absolutely nuts with stars. There it is. That's the one. 15,000 light years to go. So it might take a little bit of time to plot this route. As it tries to work out where the hell it's going to take us. The problem with plotting routes to the core is just how many stars there are. I mean, look at it, it's absolutely insane. All just a few light years apart as well. And we'll see that when we get there. The density of stars is just incredible. But I don't know, we're about 4,000, 5,000 light years away from the core proper right now. It really sort of feels like we haven't made loads of progress, but we definitely have. How's our route plotting getting on? Navigation computer's working overtime. I think that tonight we will probably get to somewhere around here, and that'll be Waypoint 4. Maybe just to the edge of the core. That'd be a really good place to start before things get a little bit too crazy. %, almost there. Come on, little nav computer, you can do it. Crazy how flat the galaxy is when you look at it. Getting there. Well, hopefully that'll carry on in the background whilst we take one last look at this nebula before we fly out. Ship's doing good. It's travelled about 10,000 light years so far, maybe 12. Still performing really well. Hasn't taken too much damage. We've had to repair the frameshift drive a couple of times, but nothing crazy drastic. It's just overexposure to neutron stars, I think. She's doing good. She's got to get there and back, so long way to go yet. Alright, how is our route plotting going? Oop, I think we might have done it. No, not quite. %. I can't believe how long this is taking. Should probably bookmark this as well. Really close. Nice. So, our crazy long route will take us almost on a direct path by the looks. Just faintly see the route outline there. Got a long, long, long journey ahead. And our next fuel star is right there. So, we best crack on. How many jumps is it? 137.
Frameshift drive charging.
And our next one's a neutron star, so we'll get a healthy boost. Alright, goodbye Nebula. I'm playing in open right now, so I'm kind of hoping nobody's waiting for me in Sagittarius A. That's our neutron star. Gonna give us a nice big push. Ooh. Okay, not quite as interesting as I thought. We're only really interested in stopping for Earth-like worlds and water worlds, and maybe the odd gas giant if they're close. Earth-like worlds and water worlds are the most rewarding in terms of exploration data. But neutron stars are also really valuable when you scan them, so it's usually better
Frameshift drive charging.
if there's no Earth-like or water world in the system just to move on. Didn't check what type of star this was before we moved in, so I hope it's friendly. Good. It's a yellow star. Grab some fuel. Scan shows 24 objects, so we'll check those out in just a sec. Just get out of the gas of this star. Let's have a look. Couple of gas giants, but nothing really worth our time.
07.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
That looks kind of interesting. Just have a listen, see if it's anything. Kind of sounds like a rocky world. I think it is a rocky world. That's a shame. Looks like it's got water on it. Yeah, these all look a bit boring. Damn. Yep, that one too. Rocky world. That's annoying.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hopefully we find something interesting soon. That core is getting brighter and brighter, and it's also getting wider and wider. Make sure we grab a bit of fuel on this one because I'm running a bit low.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Nice and topped up.
Frameshift drive charging.
Quick look at the system before we go. Lots of very, very blue gas giants. Give it a couple of jumps and then we'll put Galnet on, see what's new back in the bubble.
Fuel scooping.
No Thargoids out here, that's for sure. And I would be kind of screwed if there were, because there are precisely 0 weapons on this ship right now. It's a high metal content world. Might be worth a scan if it's terraformable. And it's fairly close as well. Whoa. Why is that specific area of sky so much more dense with stars than the rest? And that's where we came from as well. That is indeed a high metal content world. Let's see if it's terraformable. It is not. 100% nitrogen atmosphere, that'll be why.
Frameshift
Yeah, well.
drive charging.
So we're jumping into a white star, so prepare your eyes. These are bright. Ooh, it's got a friend.
Fuel scooping.
Just be careful as we come around here because there's definitely another star hiding around here somewhere. There it is.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
And these binary systems are always a little bit crazy. Those two are orbiting real close. So we'll look at the rest of the system. Bit of a gas giant frenzy in here, so... Not what I thought it was, that's a shame. Nope, sadly nothing interesting.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3,
Ooh.
fuel scoop disengaged.
That's a water world. Unexplored 2. And that's either a water world or an Earth-like, so let's go check these out. We'll make sure to scan the star as we go. As well. It's a really square looking patch of stars, that's nuts. Don't know what's going on there. I know that the galaxy that they made in Elite Dangerous is sort of made up of a mixture of real stars from catalogue data and ones that they sort of made up using their system. So I wonder if that's just a strange patch, because it's actual stars. Anyway, scanning this water world now. What we think is a water world anyway. Yep, definitely a water world. We'll get a little bit closer and have a look, but whilst we do, let's see what we know about it. 0.6 times the size of Earth, definitely a terraforming candidate. 1.44 atmosphere, so a little bit crushing. 12.7% oxygen, so that'd need some work. Do a quick flyby before we fly on to the next one. Lots of cloud. A couple of storms on there as well. Very pretty. Right, let's go on to the next one. Which is this guy. And I think this one's a water world as well, just looking at that icon. So we'll scan the main star as we go by. Was there anything else interesting in the system? I kind of got excited by the two waters. That's nothing. That's also nothing. These guys are just icy planets. I'll tell you what I've not seen in a while, and that's an ammonia world. I don't really know how to look for ammonia worlds. I don't know what they sound like or what the icon looks like. I think they've had a graphics change recently as well, so kind of rough. I wouldn't really know where to start. I know that they're usually sort of browny, look like Earthworlds, but brown Earthworlds, like somebody weed on them. Getting close now, should start scanning soon. So this one is not a terraforming candidate. Carbon dioxide rich atmosphere, only 7.2% oxygen, so yeah, definitely not. Again, 1.5 atmospheres, so it'll be a little bit crushing. So a flyby before we go on to our next system. See, that one's much prettier. Lots more cloud cover. Cool. Right. Next system. If there's nothing in the system, we'll put Galnet on, get some news, see what's going on back in the real world. I think I saw a star behind this one. So let's just take it a little bit easy. Do not like surprises. Yep, there you go. I hate it when they hide behind each other. Especially brown dwarfs like that. I know it looks purple, but it's a brown dwarf. Because the problem with them is that they look innocent and tiny, but they've got a really nasty gravitational pull on them. Alright, let's see what's in the system. 3 brown dwarfs and a star, and a load of dead planets. Not fun. Let's move on and give this horrible thing a wide berth. So I'm going to put Galnet on, and I'll shut it up for a bit, see what's going on.
Aranbara Hun Purple Creative Campaign. Aranbara Hun Purple Creative, an independent organization based in the Aranbara Hun system, has announced plans to build a massive cargo ship to transport goods out of the booming system. In support of this goal, Aranbara Hun Purple Creative has placed an order for various commodities, and has promised to reward pilots who deliver these commodities to Barnes Terminal in the Aranbara Hun system. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure that those contributing commodities to the campaign can do so safely. The campaign begins on the 2nd of August 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately.
So that's a new community goal.
Alliance initiative concludes. The Alliance has announced that its appeal for mined resources has reached a successful conclusion, having received an overwhelming response from the galactic community. Huge quantities of raw material were delivered to California Gateway over the past week, which will be used to construct an Ocellus starport in the MEL-22 Sector GMVC-28 system. With the at an end, Alliance official Tor Vindast issued the following statement. We are grateful for the efforts made by those pilots who helped bring this initiative to fruition. Construction of this starport will make the long journey to the California Nebula safer for traders and colonists alike. Construction of the new starport is expected to begin soon. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from California Gateway and the Sinufai EBR C-75 system. Riri McAllister shot. Former Rear Admiral Riri McAllister has been shot. She is currently undergoing medical treatment. The incident took place at the Alliance Chamber of Justice on Turnus World in the Alioth system. McAllister was on trial for organizing acts of terrorism as Nexus, founder of the League of Reparation. Deputy Inspector Mara Klatt, who was delivering prosecuting evidence at the trial, briefed the media. Shortly after McAllister took the stand, she was struck by a single shot from the visitors' gallery. She is now in intensive care and awaiting transport to an advanced medical facility. Assuming she recovers, the trial will continue at a later date. The shooter has been identified as Polly Cartesius, daughter of Nestor Cartesius, an Imperial senator murdered by the League of Reparation. She used a concealed laser firearm specially designed to avoid security scans. She did not resist arrest, and it is clear that this was an act of revenge for her father's death. As she is an Imperial citizen, we have extradited her to the care of the ISS. Polly Cartesius was last seen in public too.
Crazy. That's an assassination attempt.
Weeks ago during her father's ceremonial funeral, which saw his body entombed in the Hall of Martyrs beneath the Imperial Palace. It is thought that she traveled to Alliance space using false identification. Captain Niam Sutonia has taken Miss Cartesius into custody and returned with her to Capital, where she will stand trial for attempted murder. Aisling Duval assassination foiled. An attempt to assassinate Princess Aisling Duval has been prevented by the Imperial Internal Security Service. The attempt occurred in the Zhao system during a fundraising event for Unchain, the anti-slavery charity formed by the princess and campaigner Jarl Torito. Captain Takeo Diomedes of the ISS gave this statement. Shortly after the fundraiser began, Princess Duval's security detail detected explosive charges in key locations across the event center. We immediately evacuated the building. The explosives, which were of amateur design, were disabled. Forensic analysis is underway to determine their origin. Aisling.
Jesus Christ, what's with all these assassination attempts? That's two,
Duval has
people.
not addressed the incident, and is continuing her fundraising duties for Unchain. Her fiancé, Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester, made this comment. Had the explosives not been found, they would have killed hundreds of innocent people. Aisling and I are grateful to both federal and imperial security services, which are working together to ensure our safety. This is a splendid example of interpower cooperation, which we hope will soon be commonplace. Author abandons interstellar book tour. Celebrated author Rolav Redcourt has abandoned the promotional tour for his latest novel, halfway through a 2-month circuit of 50 systems. Reporters managed to catch Mr. Redcourt as he was storming off the passenger liner where he has spent the last 4 weeks. He told them, "I'm sick of churning out historical romance garbage, especially now that readers can change the damn story to suit themselves. I'm going to write the book I've always wanted to write, a science fiction saga set in the future." A statement was released by Bones Fire Publishing. Unfortunately, this incident constitutes a breach of contract, as Mr. Redcourt has only produced 14 Corsair King novels, rather than the 25 we agreed. We hope we can convince him to resume the tour and continue with the series. Margot Hist, the author's agent, commented, "Olaf's a true artist, so I'm sure fans will understand that he wants a little creative freedom. I can't tell you anything about the new title yet, but science fiction is a niche."
Can't believe that's news.
camera with a tiny audience, so I hope it sells well enough to pay Olaf's legal bills. Starport status update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are currently closed. Brashear Landing, Jabugali. Collins Station, Huichi. Dampier's Progress, Jabugali. Ford Platform, HIP 41022. Griffiths Horizons, Rakba. Israel Port, Mudra Makazi. Jury Silo, Obambori. Lindblad Hub, Venexo. Scott Station, HIP 93685. Thomas Orbital, Wolf 1241. Vishniev Nerd Prospect, Anagorovici. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure. Week in Review. Here are this week's major stories. The League of Reparation has been dismantled, according to the Tri-Superpower Task Force investigating the organization. The announcement followed a successful operation to remove League forces from 2 systems, one in Federal, and one in Imperial space. Riri McAllister, the League's central coordinator, has been charged with multiple terrorism-related crimes. The Church of Eternal Void, a fringe group that venerates the Guardians, has been declared illegal in every system where it operates. Cardinal Hieronymus and other senior members of the Church have been arrested for inciting acts of violence against the so-called Far God sect, which worships the Thargoids. Meanwhile, members of the Rochester family have come under attack following the engagement of Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester to Princess Aisling Duval. Jordan Rochester's niece Callie Rochester was the victim of a physical assault, while her father Jupiter Rochester, a Core Dynamics executive, has come under fire from both shareholders and management. In other news, the classic children's show Andromedaries, about spacefaring camel-like lifeforms, is being remade for modern audiences. The production company behind the reboot has promised a dark, blood-soaked journey of psychological discovery, prompting dismay from the creator and writer of the original program, Vienna Langhorn. Finally, the Alliance has announced plans to build a new Arcellus starport to further bridge the gap between the core systems and the Alliance's outposts in the California Nebula. The organization overseeing the initiative has placed an open order for mined resources to be used in the construction. And those are the main stories this week.
So, just by the water world, going to head out to give it a scan down. There's quite a few metal worlds in this system as well, but
investigating the organization. Captain Niam Sutonia of the Imperial Internal Security Service made this statement. Following the decryption of the League's comms network, we have now arrested or eliminated every member of the organization. The galactic community provided significant support by destroying the League's strongholds in Federal and Imperial space. Thanks to their efforts, the League of Reparation has been defeated. Deputy Inspector Mara Klatt spoke to the media about Riri McAllister, now known to be Nexus, the League's central coordinator. McAllister voluntarily revealed a surprising amount of information during questioning. It seems the League began building its forces a few years ago, recruiting misguided obsessives and mercenaries. They targeted INRA descendants to whom they could gain easy access, murdering dozens of innocent people. After Commander Jameson's ship was discovered, the League started targeting high-profile individuals and leaving the For Jameson message. This was designed to generate exposure and spread terror to families with an INRA connection. McAllister has confessed to being the original architect of the League. As for her motivation, she insists she is a direct descendant of Commander John Jameson, and that her duty was to avenge his death. In fact, McAllister is registered as an orphan of unknown lineage, meaning that we cannot verify her claim. Our suspicion is that this is a long-held delusion or a product of a psychological disorder. Alliance Interpol later confirmed that McAllister had been charged with multiple terrorism-related crimes. Her trial will be held shortly.
Ammonia atmosphere.
Classic children's show returns.
5.6
A children's entertainment
atmospheres.
show that achieved great popularity 40 years ago is being remade for modern audiences. The animated...
Because that's kind of, yeah, weird. Ammonia atmosphere. It's got like 5 times atmosphere as well of Earth, so that would be absolutely crushing. Should have sort of a brown tinge. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be a really thick atmosphere. You would not want to be down there. One G though, so you'd be okay. 2.6% oxygen is not enough to breathe. It is a candidate for terraforming. I guess if you get rid of that ammonia. Crazy. Let's move on to the next system.
Program, which featured spacefaring camel-like lifeforms from another galaxy, was titled Andromedaries. After many years, its devoted fan base has raised funding for an independent entertainment company to purchase the rights. A press release from Black Shadow Productions stated, "This new incarnation of Andromedaries will delight fans both old and new. We'll be going on a dark, blood-soaked journey of psychological discovery, showcasing all the trials and pressures of intergalactic travel." Vienna Langhorne, the creator and head writer of the original show, "It's about camels in space, for goodness sake. What are these morons doing to it?" Ogden Smith, president of the Andromedaries Superlative Society, told the media. "With all due respect to Vienna Langhorne, she doesn't understand the show like we do. The new version will return viewers to the gritty, realistic drama we enjoyed when we were kids." League of Reparation Hunt concludes. The Tri-Power Task Force, whose goal is to eradicate the League of Reparation, has announced a successful conclusion to its recent campaign. Scores of pilots supported the task force by eliminating League terrorists in the Zibel and Ian Palang systems. As the campaign drew to a close, Captain Niam Sutonia had this to say: "The League of Reparation put up a good fight, just what we've come to expect from these fanatics, but we prevailed in the end. With the aid of the galactic community, we have now taken a bold step in eradicating this terrorist organization once and for all. Pilots who contributed to the initiative in the Zibal system can now collect their rewards from Hireport. Pilots who contributed to the initiative in the EM Palang system can now collect their rewards from Brundage City." Alliance Initiative. The Alliance has announced plans to build
58
an
new
Ocellus
objects.
starport in the MEL-22, Sector GMVC-28 system, to further bridge the gap between the core systems and the Alliance's outposts in the California Nebula. Alliance official Torvin Dast issued the following statement. "Our previous initiative established a link between our outposts in the California Nebula and the galactic core. But to ensure the safety and well-being of travelers following the route, we need to maintain a robust program of starport construction. The initiative is being overseen by the Turner Research Group, which has placed an open order for mined resources to be used in the construction. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure that those contributing material to the campaign can do so safely. The campaign begins on the 26th of July 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately." Rochester family attacked. Members of the Rochester family have come under personal.
So, usual bullshit going off in the core. I've just spotted these two planets over here that appear to be in a binary orbit. I'm quite close to the star, so I'm going to go check them out and see if there is scope for me to land on one of these and call it a night, I think. See if we can get a nice pretty view. And we'll go for the smaller one. looks kind of cool. I think if we land just on the edge of the horizon, we'll get a really nice view of that other planet and the sun.
Orbital flight engaged.
Whilst we do the glide, let's just check the gravity of this planet, make sure we're not plummeting towards our death. 1.15 G, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. Take it nice and slow when we get down, otherwise we may get down a little bit too hard. Okay, 5,000 meters above the surface right now. Let's swing around, see if we can get a nice view of the star. There it is. That's cool. There's the other planet. Two clicks. One click, deploy landing gear. Reduce speed to half. Start reducing speed of descent as well.
Deployed.
$500 meters. $400 meters, happy with the speed. 300 meters, reduce speed. $200 meters now. Start to level off because it's 100 meters. And slow down until we find some suitable terrain. There we go. Oh, no. Just looking for a nice flat spot. There we go. Alright, gently does it down. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10, landing gear is down. And so are we. Nice. Let's check the status of the chip. Everything's looking like 100%, which is great. The frame shift drive is at 94, so let's take that offline. Bring the auto field maintenance unit online. There it is, and hit the repair button.
Module repaired.
Nice. Bring the AFMU off and put the frame shift drive back on. Good stuff. Back in action. Okay. Quick check the chip. Paintwork is really getting kind of battered now. Not looking great. Not looking as pretty as she once was, but hey, it's only paint. Aside from the paint shop, she's doing great. Cool place to stop for the night. I think what we'll do before we log off is go for a drive. See if we can find, because I think there are some silicate vapors somewhere on this planet. Ow. I love planets that are close to 1G because they're loads more fun to drive on than low gravity planets. You just gotta watch it, because them rocks hurt a bit more than they usually do. See if we can find some rocks as well. Looks like there's something over here. Oh. Let's just switch to a bit of a rear view camera. There we go. Whoops. Ow, that really hurt. So, as it turns out, this planet is pretty boring and there's not really much here. So let's get the ship back. There she is. Okay, let's get the SRV back in the ship. And that, I think, boys and girls, is going to be where we leave it for tonight. We'll park up here, have a rest. continue with our journey to Sagittarius A tomorrow. So if you are along for the ride, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.